Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. It's been so long that I actually came in front of the camera. I remember the last time I did come, it was when we talked about the buttercream flowers on cupcakes, part 1 of our buttercream series, followed by the buttercream 101 frosting video. So today in this video we will see how to use those buttercream flowers to decorate a cake. So this is our buttercream flower cake, part 2 of that series. In this video, we will see how to make this gorgeous cutout cake frosted with watercolor technique and decorated with hand-piped flowers. Now this brings us to something that I wanted to share with you guys, which is the Skillshare.com platform.
So just go to your web page and search for Skillshare.com. So Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. Since I have already logged into this platform, it is showing a personalized web page depending upon my interests, the classes that I have watched and I prefer. So once you all log into this page, you will also find recommendations depending upon your choice of field. So one of the classes that I absolutely loved and watched a zillion times and have also created a video inspired by the same is this Blooming Buttercream Elegant Cake Design class. In this particular class, the tutor discusses everything in so much detail, right from when a client approaches you with a piece of inspiration, which in this case is just a photo of a bouquet that she likes, to designing and finishing the entire wedding cake. Super duper helpful. Even if you look at the modules, you can clearly see that it is so detailed, like the cake design, how she went on planning, the piping flowers. Yes, you can watch this video too for additional decorating tips. And then the most important part is the buttercream watercolor technique, which is the same technique that I have used in today's video as well. Finally, the cake construction. I know many of you have doubts on building up the cake using dowels, etc. So all these things you can get for free. Yes, you just heard it right. Get it for free by clicking the link given below. And because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, you get 2 months free trial using the link that I have showed in the description box below. Apart from cake baking or bread baking, there are tons of other classes on productivity, motivation, and even business related, marketing related, you name it and you have it. So grab all this for free from the link given in the description box below for an entire period of 2 months.
After which you can get an annual subscription for less than $10 a month, which according to me is super affordable when compared to the market prices for ongoing workshops or courses that seems to be super fancy these days. If not, just cancel the subscription at any point with no questions asked. Now with that intro, let's quickly see how to make buttercream roses for cake decoration.
So we will start by coloring our buttercream. I'm gonna make use of a toothpick here because it is easier to add more color but really difficult to take it out. So we just need a little of our coloring agents for making any types of flowers. Transfer it to a piping bag and keep it ready. Similarly, make other colors whatever you like. To make the buttercream roses, here in my piping bag fitted with the petal nozzle and the buttercream frosting, the first thing we are gonna do is make a blob in the center. This is the base on which our rose will sit. The first step is to make a full 360-degree circle all around the bud or the blob that you just made. So this is the bud around which we are gonna build our rose. So once you have made a 360-degree circle, the next step is to make your first 3 petals. Yes, the inner circle should have exactly 3 petals. So you start from one end and go to the other. When you go with the second petal, it should start from the center point of your first petal. Like so. So that's your first circle. For the second set of circle, just keep in mind that you always need to pipe odd numbers, say 5 or 7 petals. That way you would get that perfect looking rose. So make sure that you are counting at the same time while you are piping. So 2 things, pipe in odd numbers. Second, start at the midpoint of your first petal. If need be, clean the edges or the base to get that perfect look. And that's it, you have a beautiful rose all ready to be garnished on top of your cake. For now, we will place it on a baking tray, and let me show you another rose in a more closer look so that you understand what I was talking about. So we start with the blob at the center, adjust it if need be, and make sure that it is strong enough to hold the petal piping that you will be doing. So the first thing is making a 360-degree round around the center to create that bud, and then you go with the first set of circle, which will have exactly 3 petals. The second set will have 5 or 7 depending upon how big or how small you are piping. You can also pipe a third layer that would make it a more opened up rose, totally up to you. Sake of this particular cake, I'm just making roses of different sizes at the moment, but don't worry, I have 3 different or basic buttercream flower decoration tutorial for you guys right at the end of this video, so please do keep watching till there. Once all the roses are made, put the cookie tray into the fridge to chill or until the roses are hardened enough so that you can just lift them and place it on the cake. Now that our roses are chilling in the fridge, let's move on to the cake part. This is a basic 6-inch vanilla cake filled and frosted with buttercream frosting. The recipe for both of them can be found on my channel. I'll provide the link in the description box. To decorate the cake or take it to the next level, I have used the watercolor technique about which I had showed you guys right at the beginning of this video from Skillshare.com. Since I have used that technique, it won't be fair enough for me to show it to you guys in this video, but you can definitely check it out from the link given in the description box below, totally for free. If you're interested in cake decorating, then definitely check out the platform for more additional designs. To make the cutout cake, obviously you'll have to cut the cake, right? So make a cut right at the center of the cake from top to bottom, leaving a little margin behind. I'll tell you why in just a moment in our next clip. And then using a palette knife or a regular knife, just space out the 2 cakes. Just lift it slowly and gently and place it towards the edge of your cake board. If the buttercream frosting slides out like the way you can see it here, simply press it down. Since the cake is cold, the butter will be stiff enough to hold its shape. So this is the reason why I asked you guys to keep a margin. Look at the back, the buttercream is still holding its shape and the cake is still together. And this is how our cake looks from within. Look at that perfect layering of the cake as well as the filling. Ain't it gorgeous? Just mind-blowing, right? So the next thing you have to do is apply a thin layer of frosting onto the side, the exposed part of the cake, so that it forms as a base for our roses to stick on. Since I do not have the equipment to simultaneously shoot and show you guys, I'm gonna do it off camera, but I'll show you how it looks once you have frosted the sides, the exposed part, with the same buttercream frosting. Just so that you guys get a fair idea, I left the center portion out. So this is how we will frost it. Take a palette knife and then using the buttercream frosting, plain white, any color doesn't matter, apply it so that everything gets covered up. Next, using a leaf tip and green colored frosting, simply pipe a leaf pattern right at the center. The roses will hide this, it won't show up, but just in case, to be really professional, do this step. Now all you have to do is place your roses depending upon the different sizes that you have made, the space available, the color coordination, everything. For the sake of this video, I have used 3 particular colors, which is peach, pink and yellow. No matter which color you use, a small tip or what I have observed is that make sure to use a yellow color that really makes all the other colors pop up. So this is a little tip for you guys. Yes, then just simply go on placing the roses depending upon the look that you want and the sizes of the roses, obviously. Do not worry if there are some gaps here and there, we will hide those all up. I'll show you exactly how. Ain't those gaps super visible? Don't worry, we will fill those up using the hydrangea flower technique, which I had showed you guys in our buttercream flower series part 1, the link for which will be up here or in the description box below for you guys. Further fill the gaps with the leaf pattern. Make sure you do this step because this leaf is what makes the flower pop even more. That's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? And then place some cute little butterflies for decoration. These are not edible but just for decorating. And you have your beautiful cutout cake all set. So gorgeous, isn't it? So time for our bonus tutorial. One of the flower that you would need to pipe a lot often in case you're doing this type of cake is a daisy flower, for which using the same 104 tip at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 and 9 o'clock, simply pipe straight lines. So you press at the top and then gently pull it down, release the pressure. Press, pull it down, release the pressure. Next step is to pipe at the center or in between the two petals that you just made. The technique remains the same. Haha, again pipe right at the center of the two petals to complete the look. See the bulge at the center? Slowly and gently remove the excess or press it down to create a center. And then using the yellow color frosting, simply pipe a roundel right at the center. You can stop right here or take it to the next level by piping small dots all over to resemble the bud of, or what do you call it? Yeah, bud of the flower. So that's our pretty little daisy flower. The next basic flower decoration is a 3-petal flower, for which we will start by making a 360-degree circle, just like the way you can see it here in the video. This would give a height for the petals that we will pipe in. This way the roses have really good height, right? So these, when placed adjacent to the roses, won't look odd if piped this way. So make 2 such roundels, and then from left to right if you are a right-handed person, or right to left if you are a left-handed person. Simply press the pipe, take it into a 180-degree circle and release the pressure. That creates a beautiful looking petal design. That's it. So since the buttercream is stiff, you can always make some modifications here and there to make it look exactly like the way you want. Pipe the second layer between the 2 petals that you just made, like the way you can see it here. So just pipe in the center with the yellow color, and that's it. You have your basic 3-petal flower ready. For making the 5-petal decoration, again we will use the same technique, that is press to release the frosting, move a 180-degree angle and then release the frosting. The only catch here is that when you are releasing the frosting, make sure that you are holding the piping bag at an angle of 45 degree. That way you would get a height to the petal. See the way it ends? It's standing upright a bit. So that's your basic 5-petal technique.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and loved watching my take on the trending cutout cake tutorial. If you guys are interested in the part 3, which is using Russian nozzle tips as requested by you guys in the previous video, then definitely hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell right next to it. So with that way you will get all my latest updates. I'll see you in my next one. Wait, before leaving, just hit that like button. It would make me smile. And that's it for today. Bye bye.